What is up, my sarsaparillas? I'm Johnny, and today I have got a Fallout 4 detailed video. Not everything in this video will be correct. Most of them are rumors. I got them off the internet. It's posted by Jonah Falcon. I've checked other websites, and they're all the same, so I decided to print this one out because I had a couple of good rumors on here. So it says, let's see where we want to start. Alright, so it says, a user on Reddit has made some waves claiming to have a friend in a public relations with Bethesda. I don't know why I had so much trouble with that. I knew what that was. With some info about the unannounced Fallout 4, which he claims will be a direct sequel to Fallout 3, and which will take place in Boston. Before I continue, this is a rumor, and people have proved it false, people have proved it true. We're just going to have to wait on the game to see where it actually takes place. There's been rumors that they've been looking in Boston, and they've been scouting in Boston, but there's been rumors that it was a whole lie just for publicity. So it says, according to the user, first and foremost, the game will take place in Boston. We talked about that. And be a direct sequel to Fallout 3 with a few groups returning. So that could be possibly the not the NCR. I heard that the Brotherhood of Steel won't be in there. Oh, it's down there lower. I'm getting ahead of myself. But it says, yeah, groups will return. So you could have groups that were in shelters. You could have groups that, like Raiders, obviously, stuff like that. For what it sounds like, the Institute is pretty much the downtown DC or New Vegas of this game. Boston is going to be unlike anything we've seen in Fallout before, with buildings more on par with cyberpunk and retrofuturism. So it's not going to be, from this, it sounds like it's not going to be like it was. It's not going to be looking old and run down like Fallout 3. Androids play a big part in the game. The Railroad from Fallout 3 is a faction. The enemies of the Railroad is the Plantation, a group who forced androids to farm so that humans can get food. The Institute is highly advanced and probably obtained or built their own gek to start the farm. So it sounds like they've got slaves, but they're robot slaves, and they're using them for their own well-being. It sounds like it's going to be a big part of the campaign just by how he says it, and it probably will be an recurring event throughout the campaign missions or storyline. Due to the complaints about super mutants and Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 3 excessively and going against the lore too much, I don't know if that's right, Bethesda has decided to avoid using these groups. Bethesda wants to make a new race, think Ghoul Super Mutant, which will central to Boston. Bethesda is currently looking at Lovecraftian fiction since Boston is around Lovecraft country. Bethesda has no plans to reinvent the leveling up system to make it more like Skyrim and wants to make Fallout 4 more distinct from Skyrim since the complaints that Oblivion and Fallout 3 were too similar. Bethesda is thinking about a new system similar to Skyrim where you can level up your skills and you can perform certain tasks. So it sounds like people don't want the same thing as Skyrim, which was a good leveling up system. I liked it. But this bottom paragraph says they want to make a new system, and they want to make it like Skyrim, but not exactly, because they have complaints. Shit, no, you're ruining my video paper. Alright, so I guess I can just do it right here. But it says people had complaints because it was too much like Fallout and Oblivion were too similar. They don't want the same thing again. The complaints about the Super Mutant and the Brotherhood, they took them out. I don't know why I keep doing this. It's pissing me off. I'm sorry, guys. But sounds like they're going to keep the Super Mutants and the Brotherhood of Steel out of this game, which I like the Brotherhood of Steel. I thought they were freaking BA, and I wanted their power armor so bad and it bugged me. And once I got it, I felt like I'm a complete baller. Like I'd go up and walk by the NCR, walk by the Brotherhood, and I'd think I was complete BA, right? Man, god damn it, I just fucking did that shit again. But anyways, then the NCR came around the next game, and I was like, oh shit. And then the Brotherhood, you know how they're like dying down or losing other people, and it was like they're like outcasts now. But anyways, and that's pretty much it from what I've read. Boston could be true, it could be not, or could be false, it could be not. Could be false, it could be true. Let's see, what else? Yep, the ranking up system could be similar to Skyrim, but not exactly alike. It says that androids are going to be a big part in this game, so it sounds like you're going to be fighting a lot of androids or teaming up with androids, either way, depending on where you go with the game, bad or good. Sounds like Plantation is going to be somewhere you're going to be around a lot as well. And it sounds like the Institute, which was very slim in Fallout 3, if you remember, he was looking for the missing android on the boat. I don't know if you guys remember that, Rivet City. They were looking for the android, which was the police officer, and he had to find him. He was, had to figure out clues, and that old guy was part of the Institute, and you only saw him for that one quest, which they kind of hinted, but really no one's going to guess that, But apparently the Institute's going to be a big part of this game, and we're going to see them a lot, so yeah, it's going to be more futuristic, he seems like, with buildings more on par with cyberpunk and retrofuturism. So it could be a newer type of game. It could look like modern times. It could look like future. It could be like Nuketown 2025. And I'm not saying that a good map or anything. I'm just trying to make references, guys. But it could be like that. It could be pretty much anything. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I apologize if I took that from you, Braden. I don't know if you say that. I keep forgetting if you do. But anyways, yeah, if you enjoyed it, do what you gotta do. And stay tuned. I'm going to have more news when I get some. And it's going to be whenever I can. So hope you stay tuned and watch for my videos. Until then, peace out, guys.